up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my all new review of season 2 of Belle Collective. I did not review last season, but I'm reviewing the second season, but I'm pretty caught up to what happened. So, we're starting off with Latrice. Latrice is the owner of Goddess Links extensions, weaves, wigs. She's improved so much. She got a little lid for her girls, Grace and Mercy. And she retails to high intel stores and has the greatest hair vending machines to ever been made. It's all good. From starting her business with $300 to now be featured in Forbes magazine, everything's only up and up. Now, she was on the phone with her publicist Melanie, and she was cooking breakfast for Cliff. Lately, she hasn't been showing up as a housewife because she's been busy as a businesswoman. But Cliff wants her to slow down and be more Susie Homemaker, and she doesn't want to do that. The fact that he asked her to retire from a boss to a housewife, she said that's not her. I'm not ever going to be a woman who can stay home and sit and knit and eat bonbons. No, I'm a hustler, I'm a go-getter, I'm a boss. It's what I do. You married me anyway, knowing that that's what I'm going to do. But she will kind of slowly but surely get back into cooking for him and everything, but I'm not going to stop completely working. And then after that, we see the difference, the age difference between them. It's a 20-year age difference. He's in his 60s, she's barely in her 30s. And he can be controlling. We saw that last season. He wants to be around her 24/7. Then we see one of his youngest children, Amber. She comes down, I believe she's 18. He has 4 other sons that lives in a different state. And they don't respect her as the stepmother, considering the fact that, they're in the same age range. So they don't view her as a mother. And the relationship she has with the daughter, it's like a little sister, big sister, relationship, like a homegirl, an old homegirl I come to for advice and everything. And I feel like all she wants is to be respected as your father's wife, because the relationship can be strained due to the fact that he married someone younger. But that's what he decided to do, and it is what it is. I don't know what she would expect from his children to look at you any other way. What they can do is respect that you're his wife, but they won't look at you as a mother. That's like how it is for the daughter. A little sister, big sister type of situation. It is what it is. So, considering that his youngest is almost out the door, going to college, he says, oh, what do you think about having a baby? Should a baby be the next thing we should do? She feel like a baby would slow her down. And she never thought that he would want to have any more children. He already got 5 once. The youngest will about to be out the door grown. He said, I do, but I don't have any children with you. So she is not in no shape and form ready for a baby. She think a baby will slow her down. He said it won't. You can have it all, do it all. But I feel like he will purposefully slow her down for her to not work as much. But they're both busy. And the daughter even said, you guys are both busy. I don't see neither one of y'all. So I don't think you guys are even in a space of eliminating or balancing y'all schedules to have a baby. And Latrice isn't ready to have a child. She has just now hit the ground running with her business. It's still growing. It's still successing. And she wants to be ready for every single thing. So she ain't ready to have a child. And Cliff is, but why would you want to start over? Your age, why would you want to start over to do Pampers, formulas, and diapers? And I honestly feel like your way of wanting to have a baby is for her to slow down, because you already felt intimidated by the fact that she made her business without you, because you didn't support her business. You didn't give no care about her business. And when she did on her own, that's when you wanted to now hop in and get a piece of the pie. So now you think you can take over her business and make it about you and put her in the Susie Homemaker vibe. No, that's not going to work. We're going to see more about that later with the relationship. But like she said, if I make a decision that I don't want to have a baby, my husband should be okay with that. And then he talks about there's more than one way to have a baby. And she makes a joke about being like Glenn. Okay, be like Glenn. You'll get a divorce. Speaking of Glenn, we see Letitia. Letitia is back, looking better than ever. Her wig game has improved. She's looking amazing. She lost some weight. She's been loving herself, caring for herself. She opened her enterprise office, which houses several other businesses. She's also the owner of the Women's Brunch of Mississippi. And last season, she wanted to bring back Ferris Street, which was a black-owned block. All of the black-owned businesses, black excellence all the way around. But she kept getting no after no after no, but she's not going to stop pursuing her dreams. So her personal life has been a struggle. Last season, her husband of 18 years, high school sweetheart, have been separated. There's been infidelities and lies, and of course, an unknown woman said that she had a baby by him. So she moved out of her house and moved back in with her mother. Now, I thought about it and said, why don't you leave your own place? He could get his own place, but maybe it was the memories. Maybe it was the memories haunting her, the happy times, the family times, and she couldn't deal with it, so she just left for her mother's. So the night that he reproposed to her, he also texted another woman that same night. So all the lies that he's told her, because he is a towboater, he works a month out and come home 2 weeks, and he was texting other women, and she knew about an affair he had 8 years ago, but did not know a baby was the result of that. So she doesn't know what to believe. The lies he's told, the current lies, the past lives, but she knows what she deserves, and this isn't it. So when she separated from her husband, she knew it would make her son feel really, really sad. But they're trying to make her son's life, Joshua, normal. Make everything appear like it was, but he knows. You know, I moved out of my house to my grandma's house. My dad's coming to my grandma's house to pick me up. I know there's something going on, and I don't like it. So her husband arrives. It's awkward. Never thought he'll be in this space of picking up his son at his mother-in-law's house. And emotions are high. She's trying not to break down and cry. And the conversation is not ready to have at this moment. So as soon as he leaves with Joshua, and the look on that boy's face when he was on that couch, I think he was so sad. I think he had a tear come down. I'm like, oh, I never want this to be for my children. But at the same point in time, you got to make a decision for yourself and for your baby. You can't have your baby be in a situation where you're not happy, because it could bleed into the child. So she had to make a decision. And as soon as he leaves, she breaks down. And she knows that her son is 6 years old. Never thought it would be this way. I never wanted to break up my child's life like this. Because I know he feels like if things were to get better, her son will have what he's used to. Mommy and daddy in the same house, eating dinner, having family time on the couch, watching movies. But she has to get her shit together, and he has to get his shit together in order for us to even want to get back to this place. But Marie, oh, we're back with Marie. Oh my God. I rewatched the season just to get myself refreshed with what's going on. And I'm back to how it was about Marie. I don't like Marie, but everybody's getting a clean slate. Clean slate. So she's sporting a brand new look. I don't like it. It's this thin, ugly bob bang wig. Platinum, I hate it. It's thin. It doesn't fit. It swallows up her face. And her confessional look is ugly. It does not complement her chest. You should have brought back your finger waves and curls and your lace shirt. Your embroidered lace shirt. You should have brought that back, because this ain't working. This is terrible. Don't ever do this again. But basically saying blondes have more fun. Not this blonde. This blonde is miserable. This blonde is tired. So right now she's, still thriving in her multi-millionaire businesses. She has a lot of mental health facilities. She had a lot more opening up throughout the year. She opened up her first methadone clinic, which is a rehabilitation center for substance abuse users. And she is the first black woman of the state of Jackson, Mississippi to own one. Then we're talking about her best friend, Essie, her ride or die. And last season she was so close with her, still is to this day, and corrected us that her and Essie are not lovers. She don't know why everybody got that feeling. But I love men. I love the D. If you did, then why didn't your husband say you wanted to give it to you? That was what I lost that. I mean, Marie, you are a gorgeous woman. You settled for Cedric. He who took a trip without you, purposefully. And how everybody had the assumptions, because you guys give us secret lesbian teas, like undercover lovers. I don't understand how we could not see that. And how you put Essie in everything that you do. Essie will come in your defense for everything. She has just as much of knowing your business as you know hers. Y'all more than just best friends. Y'all more than just business partners. But fine. Whatever. Say what you want to say. Cedric is not in the picture. Don't know where they stand. They have not gotten any closure. She cannot handle the infidelities he brought upon her house. And her house is full. She has her own children plus her oldest son. And her mother just got out of rehab 3 months ago. And she's lived in with her. So Marie is dealing with a lot. Her mother is also a drug addict. Her father raised her. Her mother missed out a lot in her life. And she has some making up to do. So tragedy struck in Marie's family earlier this year in January. An 18-year-old girl was killed in gunfire while her car was parked, and her 2-year-old son was in the backseat unarmed. And Marie received a phone call that your grandson's mother was unfortunately murdered, but he was unharmed. When they got to the crime scene, seeing the car riddled with bullets, completely damaged and mangled up, and to have her grandson out of the vehicle unarmed, it was by the grace of God that saved that little boy. He was definitely covered by an angel. But it's unfortunate that his mother passed for it. And it's kind of like, why? Why did that happen? And the picture that they showed of the girl, she had a graduation outfit on. I think she just graduated from high school. She was a baby. So, Essie wanted to come in and let her know how she's doing. She's struggling. How am I going to tell my grandson that his mom is never going to pick him up? She's never coming home. His father's on his way to come pick him up. But this is a lot to deal with, and I cannot imagine that on anybody. A boy's mother gone right in front of him. I can't imagine that. That's so sad. So her son Jerez, he's trying to come to terms with what happened, that his son would grow up without his mother, but he's happy his mom is here to help him out, and he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for his mother. And she just super proud of him. She wants him to stay in school, stay positive. I'm proud of you, keep growing. But what I don't want is for him to settle in the loss. I mean, the loss, take your time, mourn, grieve. I hear you. But just like it was last season, he wasn't handling his responsibilities, and Marie was taking on responsibilities. So going to school, okay, but you still need to step up and be a parent, though. These are your kids. And now the responsibility is more on you, that one of your children will grow up without a mother. You're going to have to take on everything. And it's a lot on him. And it's just like, I just don't want him to think it's too much for him. But this is what he decided to do when he decided to create 3 children. And, I couldn't wish that on nobody. It's so sad. And I know Marie is going through a lot because she is taking care of everybody. She's holding it all on her own. And that's a lot for somebody to handle and deal with. So, I can't wish that on nobody. I feel so bad for Marie. I really, really do. But I'm going to move on. So we get Tambra. She's back, the midday diva, host of the radio show. Her show has been moved up to #1 in the middle of a pandemic. But while her career in radio has improved, she's also improved in her business. She produced her own immunity tea that's been sold out in a couple of stores. She wants to continue selling out to other stores. And her look. Tambra's look has been better. She's wearing better makeup. Her wigs are less big. She's experimented with other colors. She's not wearing this ugly bubblegum pink lipstick anymore. Tambra is looking really beautiful. Really beautiful. Her wig application is top notch, okay? All the ladies' wigs, besides Marie, is top notch, okay? Top notch. So we see her at a fertility clinic with her longtime boyfriend, Deman. They've been together on and off for years, but this time they're really going towards the limit. They're going to be together for real, for real. She wants to settle down. They're talking about marriage and children. And he's in the confessional. All the men are in the confessionals. And he told her that he loves her. The only woman he would ever want a baby with is her. I said, oh, that's sweet. So then, while they're in the appointment to go on to talk about what's going on with her, it's also follow-up surgery because she just got her fibroids removed. Now, she was told that they were going to remove 4. They ended up removing over 39 fibroids, which is a lot. Like, damn. And fibroids are definitely becoming a problem for women in America, especially black women, and they are. I developed fibroids 3 years after I had my son, and throughout my daughter, I think that they've definitely taken a toll on me, along with my birth control. And I don't know what's going on. I need to go to the doctor to find out what's happening. And it's annoying to deal with this type of problem. Like, That's a lot to have all that to go on, and you want to have a baby, but you got this coming out, and she's of a certain age though. So wanting to know the possibilities of them to have a baby, he wants to know could he still get her pregnant naturally. The doctor was like, yeah, why wouldn't you be able to? Well, they never tried it. They've never tried. They've never had unprotected sex ever. So they don't know if she could get pregnant naturally because they've never tried it. She was all about protection. She never wanted to be a teen mom. She never wanted to be pregnant in college yet. And while she was developing, her career, she wanted to be in control of that. But now she's gotten older. She now has the man she wanted to be with in marriage and family wise. She's now figured out, okay, if I could have sex with him unprotected, there's a possibility that I could have a baby naturally. And it makes me wonder, all this time, you've never had unprotected sex with Demond, and y'all been together on and off for years. You guys have had over 10 years under y'all belts and knowing each other. And y'all never had unprotected sex. Y'all never had a slip up, not once. A part of me is proud that she controlled that part. She never wanted to have those unplanned pregnancies, never wanted to have those scares. But it's like, this is the man you want to be with, and you're not letting go of condoms? Are you on birth control, though? Like, that's where my mind's going. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. So Letitia has her friend come over. Her friend brings her a sense of energy, a sense of lightness. And she was a designer of her logo in her office. And she moved her office out of her house into this space to pretty much, get out of the house, see other people, let her know where she's been. Since she has this new attitude, she wants to invite some friends out for dinner. Now, when she was mentioning who she wanted to bring to the event, she mentioned Tambra, and her friend made a face. Oh, word, really? Tambra, that's your friend now? She said, yeah, I like her energy. What's wrong? I mean, I've been your friend for 20 years, and you've never viewed her as a friend. That was your play friend. You obviously so close to her now, so what's up with that? Which means this was a automatic build-up to talk about some shit. I mean, the setup was already instant. Let's bring up Tambra, and let's bring up the tea that I know about Tambra's dude. Like, first of all, there was nothing in Letitia's office. It was dark. It was nice, though. There was no office cabinet. I didn't see no office plant. I didn't see a phone. All I saw was a plain desk and a laptop, and Letitia looking dressed up. I said this was automatically set up for us to know about this. So she said, okay, you got something to tell me. What's up? I mean, does Tamara need to know about me? Does she need to ask me something? Why would she need to ask me something? So she told her about a longtime guy friend that she's been seeing for some time. And apparently his name was Greedy. But you guys knew him from a different name. Demond. She said, wait, Tamara's boyfriend? So all those years, you've been telling about this friend who's a guy you've been seeing has been Demond this whole time? I'm confused. And the only way she knew about him was the name that Taisha told her, which was Greedy. So all this time, I've only known him to be this to you, and it's been Demond this whole time? This triangle has gotten messy. So she said it was confirmation for where she stood in the relationship once she saw Demond and Tambra out in public. So you didn't think that Letitia knew of who you were talking to, but when you saw her out with Tambra, now you could put a name to a face or a different name to a face. And where you stood in the relationship with him, you weren't obviously, that special to him. If he's out in public with Tambra, and we're just discovering you now in this season. First episode, we're discovering you. And last season, that was when Tambra and Demond decided to try one more time to be together for real. And all this time, she's been with him. So there's some holes needs to be fixed. If he's now moving forward to marrying her and having a baby, where did you come from? So right now it's like, oh shoot, here we go. Here's the mess. Here's the mess about to start. I can't wait. So Latrice has her high tea. She is not a high tea person. She don't do tea, crumpets, biscuits. She has her own spin. It's like a hood high tea, a spirited high tea, okay? She wanted to take a breather because all the pressure she's hearing from Cliff about having a baby. She wants to have a good time. So we see all the other women coming into the place. They're greeted by two women holding trays of shots, but they weren't green tea. They were actual shots. And then we see So Gucci, the newly added woman onto the group. Her name is Sophia Otis Williams. She's really good friends with Latrice. She's a best real estate agent in Mississippi. She helped Latrice get her first rental property. And her husband and So Gucci's husband have been friends. They go way back ever since Latrice was born. Huh. Then we get to know who So Gucci really is. She has the number one real estate. She's the number one real estate agent in the state of Jackson, Mississippi. She earned $1 million from her properties in real estate, and she's a certified personal trainer. She got the body to prove it. Yes, she does. Her body is amazing, and she has the life that everybody wants. She has the finest and funnest husband we could ever have. So of course she has to have haters. Her husband is JJ, Dancing Dolls father of Sunjay Star and Sky Daddy. JJ, the funniest daddy ever on Dancing Dolls on Lifetime. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a good time watching him on my screen. Cause he killed me. He straight killed me. I'm gonna have a good time looking at him. It's hilarious. I love JJ. He was one of my favorite parents off of Dancing Dolls. So Letitia was also invited, and that's when Latrice and Letitia have developed more of a friendship since the first season. I'm gonna be there for you when you're down. And last season, Latrice came to Letitia with information that there's somebody around spreading information that Glenn might have a baby. So now, as soon as Latrice and everybody sit down, we see So Gucci make a comment about Letitia's hair. She loved her dress, but her hair wasn't good. I just wanted to edge her baby hairs just a little bit more, just a little that's what I wanted to do. And she kind of understood the assignment though, but her hair didn't make it. I said, not with the shade, So Gucci. You just got here. You just sat down. You already shading them already. Oh boy, I can't wait though for the shade. I can't. The fact that she clocked Letitia like that, I said, damn girl. All right. So we also noticed is that Latrice did get some work done on her boobs. Grace and Mercy 2.0. All right, she deserved it. And Letitia made it known and obviously known that Marie isn't here. Why isn't Marie here? Latrice wanted to be small and intimate. And of course, last season, Marie and Latrice did not get along at all. And Marie accused her of Medicaid fraud, but it wasn't her. It was a guy who was on Facebook Live talking all the mess, all the information he heard about Marie. We haven't seen him in a while either. And basically, me and Marie just don't click. And she ruins everything she ever comes to, which is the truth. She ruined a lot of events last season, all because of her energy, her imitation, her jealousy, all this and that and the third. So basically, you know, me and Marie will never be friends, and that's fine with me. And basically, it's what it was. People come in your life for a reason or a season. They're here to elevate you and grow or bring you down. And it's up to you to eliminate that people. If you're trying to elevate and bring yourself to a better space, a better success, let those people go who are not going to be there for you. So that's when Letitia mentioned Damon. Are you still with Damon? How's Damon? How's everything going? She said, yeah, I'm still with him. Really? So how long are you going to wait till you decide to unfreeze your eggs and give him a baby? When he proposes. When he just puts a ring on my finger, that's when it's only up and up, you know. So right now, the entire time, Letitia is questioning and drilling Tambra on what she's been going through with Damon. Like, is she really dating him? Are they really together? What's up? What's tea, sis? Because she just got this information from her friend. So right now, she's dying to tell Tambra, but she wants to play on it and ask questions first to get information, then give it to her all at once. And like piece together everything she just heard, because she wants to know, so he really wants to be with you and only you, right? You're the only woman he wants to be with. She said, yeah. Now, hearing how she was questioning her, she said that Letitia's questioning was coming from a good place, but based on what she's been going through, I know she wants me to be happy. I don't know where you thought that, because I think she was projecting. Trying to project what she's been going through in her marriage, but also trying to get information so she can piece together what she just found out. And she feels like, listen, I'm happy. I know for a fact that I'm a woman of confidence. I'm a woman of my word. And Damon lets me know I'm the only woman that he wants to be with. So I'm wondering, where is the ring? We're talking about bringing babies, but where's the ring at? And that's the thing. Like, he's here, but he's not here. We are having sex, though, but we're not having unprotected sex. They've never had unprotected sex at all. And look, Latrice, she's like, what? What you mean? You mean you've had protected sex for 50 years? Yeah. Listen, like this man's telling me he loves me and everything, but I'm just waiting for this, waiting for the ring. So Latrice makes a joke how you've been with this man for the last 100 years, and y'all never tried naturally, y'all never had sex unprotected. The math ain't mathing, okay? I mean, it is what it is. I gave Tamara her props though. She never wanted to be in a space where she had unplanned anything, where she couldn't control it. She wanted to control it, and that was her cookie. I'm gonna control who I give my cookie to without protection unless they want to work for it. Obviously, she's still giving it to him, but giving it to him protected though. And they're not married yet, but it is what it is. Some couples tend to lose sight of wanting to use condoms early on and pull out method from beginning to end. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's different strokes for different folks. The best sex is safe sex, okay? So it's kind of like, they've never tried to get pregnant before, since they never tried having sex unprotected, but she's not about to open up her walls to be used as test crash dummy to see if she could get pregnant without having that knowledge of we're getting married. So I'm going to hold my key to my cookie box until you do what you need to do to put a ring on my finger. We can still have sex, but we're having sex with protection. You're not about to be all shooting my club up without knowing that I'm going to get a ring at the end of this. You know what I'm saying? So basically talking about how they're together. We're talking about kids. We're talking about marriage. Letitia's making faces. So they're moving forward. The proposal hasn't happened yet. But Letitia is saying, girl, why are you waiting? While you're waiting for that day for him to put a ring on your finger, it's not going to change anything. How a ring don't change anything if a man doesn't want to be with you. But she's projecting what she's going through with Glenn. Not every man sets out to cheat on their wives. Whether or not he put the ring on her finger, promised her everything, kept those vows secretly, took them to heart. Every man is not a cheater. But I understand what she's trying to do, but I also feel like she's putting 20 on 10 from what she's going through onto Tamara's situation. And she said, listen, girl, I know you. I know how much you care. I want you to be happy. And if this man is really down for you 100%, I want you to be happy. But then after all the projections she did on herself, it brings up what she's going through. And she outs to everybody that Glenn had an affair on her 8 years ago. She knew about the affair, but she did not know that the baby was a result. Now, the affair happened 8 years ago. Her child is 6. So how old is the baby? Is the baby even a baby at this point? Is it a brand new baby? Is it a toddler? Is it close to her son's age? I want to know, because why all of a sudden a baby is now coming to fruition if it was already an affair that happened 8 years ago and you've already gotten over it? Is it about the same woman? That's what we need to know. But right now she just wants to know, what should she do? I love my husband, but I want to know if that's his baby or not. So Gucci and the other girls are looking at her like, girl, are you for real? You don't sound happy. Your voice, you didn't sound happy if you was to find out that that is his baby and you will move forward when your marriage. She said, that's the part I hate about myself. I don't want to be in a position where I'm going to take her baby. But I'm like, what do you mean take her baby? Do you mean like take your baby into your home? Invite her baby into your home. Treat that baby like it's yours. You know what I'm saying? Don't treat that baby with any resentment, any bitterness, any hurt, because that baby did not mean to be here. That baby is innocent though. So you can take your frustrations out on that baby. Take it on your husband. And I was with So Gucci when she said, for what? Why should you do that? That's not your responsibility. That's his responsibility. You do you and watch him do him. He did him wrong. You didn't do nothing to it. So while she's automatically setting up a place where she will accept what she might want to not accept in order to keep her marriage, she's not going to be happy about it. At the end of the day, it's going to remind you every single day that this was a result of your husband cheating on you. This was the result of your husband not taking those vows seriously, not taking you, your son, your family seriously. He did this to hurt you. And you want to accept it for what purpose if you're not going to be happy with it? But we're going to see, because it ends with Letitia right here and there. She is at her office talking to Marie, asking Marie how she's doing. Glenn pops up with flowers, a vase full of flowers. And while she, opens the door to see him with flowers, she's torn. She wants to work things out with her husband, but she feels like maybe I outgrew him. I mean, they were together ever since high school. High school sweethearts to now, that's 18 years. I get it, that's history. History. But throughout that history, he's hurt you. He's betrayed you. And you took him back. What if this is the last straw? Could this be something you could overlook and not worry about next time? Or could this be the final note, the final straw? What could this be? So basically, he's proud of her, proud of how far she's come. She worked hard to get here. And then it's weird. It's awkward. And he's concerned. He don't see her every day. And it's kind of like, why are we here? How can we get to this bad space? And then, of course, the fact that, being in this bad space based off what you did. And how she told him, you're not capable of being a one-woman man. You want a lot of attention that a woman cannot give you. You want me to spend all of my day, all of my energy, constantly asking you what you need. Did you eat? You good? You happy? You love me? I'm giving you all the energy. I cannot do that. I cannot call you 30 times a day to give you attention. That's not going to work for me. Because for a man who wants a lot of attention, you don't show it. Why should I use all of my energy to give you attention if you don't show it? And the type of attention you want, I can't give you. And how he wants his wife back. He misses her, this and that, and third. He misses his wife being at home and hoping that she's still in love with him. And I'm not looking at the past. The past is the past. I'm looking at the present. You texting another woman after you proposed to me. Who does that to somebody? How would you do that to me? Wow, I don't know what to believe from you. He had the audacity to say, yeah, he's toxic. He's not perfect. Why are you trying to pay me out to be this type of person? It wasn't me. It wasn't her. It was you. You put us in this situation. I said, she put you in a situation? You put yourself in a situation when you decided to put your penis in another woman that ended up having a baby. Allegedly, possibility, paternity, we don't know. You put yourself in a situation. You put your family in this predicament. She said, unless you get rid of this whole mentality you have, I can't trust you. And it was 8 years ago. I don't care how long it's been. I wasn't able to trust you from that point, and you've given me reason not to. How is it one woman or two women, I don't know how many women, have come back from something that we have overcome to now say a baby's in the mix? And let's not forget, you re-proposed to me that night, and you text another woman. There's another woman out there that you're still seeing and talking to. So we're still back at square one, where I can't trust you. So she lays it down. Listen, how could you take my penis, my piece, that's mine, and sleep with someone else unprotected, and then come home and sleep with your wife? How can you do that? He said, but that has nothing to do with me caring for my family. That has nothing to do with it. What you mean? It has everything to do with it. You took a moment. You took a lustful thing and ruined everything we built. It took one thing that you did. One time, 10 times. You put our lives, our situation, our family for a one-night stand. Or however long it was built. You sacrificed everything for this one thing that you had. This one thing. Your penis told you to do it. Your mind told you to do it. And you end up doing it. How it has nothing to do with the family. Yes, it does. We're here because of you. And tell me the truth. Is this your baby or not? Dun, dun, dun. And that's where it ends. I feel like, Glenn, give me a fucking break, bro. How dare you say it has nothing to do with it? You cheating on your wife while you're out of town working. That has everything to do with it. It was because I left. He never expected for her to put her money where her mouth is, to leave. He figured he'll come home, he'll apologize, finesse her with flowers, promises. No, let's not go back to last season when she wanted to surprise you with a nice evening and a girl was hidden up in the closet and the singer, and you thought it was her giving you a woman to sleep with. No. Or a threesome or something. The girl, no, Glenn, no. So we're going to see more of that happening the rest of the season. And I'm just like, Glenn, please. It never occurred to him that the woman that he loves so much will ever get tired, will ever want to leave and be to the point where if this doesn't work, I'm going to say gone. I'm going to say deuces. I don't want to ruin what we've had. Actually, it's not even me ruining it. It's you. So at the end of the day, y'all, this is going to be a lot. I can't wait. The rest of the season is going to be really, really good. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for this video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.